What we're going to do today is do our best to cover some of the most pressing questions with hopefully helpful answers, all right, that a lot of people are having about the bill. The absolute best thing coming out of Secure 2.0 is the new plan startup credit and the new plan employer contribution credit. You've got a $5,000 startup credit, and you could get up to a $50,000 employer contribution tax credit plus the $500 auto-enrollment credit. You could get $55,500 for the first 2 years, and it'll be a little bit less the third year. So that's not a bad deal. If you're looking for examples as to how to figure out what the contribution and the new plan startup credits are, too many numbers involved. So go to the website. We've got the link on here somewhere, all right? Another question is, when did the Secure 2.0 go into effect?
Like immediately before Christmas, right?
No, almost. It just felt like it. It was December 29th, 2022. Some of the provisions went into effect.
Oh, that's right, because they were going back and forth.
Right.
Would we do it? Would we not?
It had to be done before the end of the year. Hey, Catherine, what does Secure stand for?
Setting every community up for retirement enhancement.
Right. Okay. We're currently sponsoring a 401k plan.
Absolutely.
Do we get to benefit from any of these credits?
Yeah, if I do auto-enrollment.
Right. So even if you have a 401k plan, or even if you've gone from a simple to a 401k plan, you still get the $500 credit per year for starting, for adding auto-enrollment to your plan. Okay. Catherine, do we have any clients that have owner-only plans? A lot of them, all right?
Well, they say they're owner-only until we find their employees.
Okay. Do any of Secure 2.0's provisions apply to them?
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
They can get $500.
Actually, they can.
They can auto-enroll themselves.
It's the one credit where you don't need a non-highly compensated employee. They can get a $500 credit for adding auto-enrollment to an owner-only plan. There are two provisions in Secure 2.0 that really apply to owner-onlys that they have to pay attention to. One is that the minimum required distribution age has gone up to age 73, and the other one is long-term part-time employees. Okay, so look at our look at the website on that. Even if somebody's an owner-only, if they have employees who've worked there for at least 3 years, over 500 hours a year, starting in 2021, they have to be able to defer in the 401k plan. It's no longer an owner-only plan in 2024. Some other provisions also apply to owner-onlys. Those are the two big ones for right now.
And if you have questions about that, Christopher is an excellent person to email.
Well, thank you. sales@hunterbenefits.com. Catherine, what's one new element that was available right away in Secure 2.0, and we're getting a lot of questions about, that we can't help people with?
Roth Employer Match.
Right. Why is that?
How do you keep track of that thing?
Well, there's two problems with it. One, the IRS has given us zero guidance on how to handle the taxes, how to report it, how to do anything with it. Anybody else is just kind of guessing at it. And number two, this component was available immediately December 29th, 2022. None of the record keepers have the software, have the technical capability right now, this is early 2023, of being able to handle these kinds of contributions. We're probably looking at late fourth quarter 2023. Is there an alternative to the Roth Employer Match?
Yeah, you do a regular match, right?
Well, okay. There is an alternative to the Roth Employer Match.
Go back to basics.
Exactly. You go back to the old way, all right? It's legal to have a plan, and has been for, I think, since 2013, all right? It is legal to have a plan set up so that any employee can convert any pre-tax contribution to Roth without the employer having to worry about it on their payroll system, all right? So go back to the old way, have your pre-tax amounts converted to Roth, all right? There are other workarounds with this. Okay.
Who didn't get a chair in this musical round of musical
chairs? Well, yeah, that's a good way to put it, Catherine. Somebody who's a chair short on musical chairs is somebody who doesn't have a 401k plan right now, but has had a simple for a number of years, all right? If you're going from a simple to a 401k plan, doesn't count as a new plan. Sorry, all right?
Still can do auto-enrollment.
You can still do the $500 for the auto-enrollment, correct, all right?
So, if you were a betting man, does the IRS have any guidance on how to do any of this?
No.
And when will it happen?
Yes, no. Okay. We have received, I think, essentially zero guidance on Secure 1.0. Okay, it wasn't called that then, it is now, all right? That's back from December of 2019. We don't exactly know how to handle long-term part-time employees, and this is a rule from December 2019, and they're going in the plan January of 2024. All right.
So we can make a defensible decision
exactly.
and help you have something within
We have an
acceptable
idea
rules.
as to what the best practices are going to be. We have an idea as to what the IRS is going to accept at good faith. Trying to do it based on the way the law is written without their guidance. They understand, the IRS understands that they haven't given guidance, okay? So when they come to, no, they do, they actually know, they haven't given guidance, okay? When they review a plan, they're going to definitely be able to take that into account, but we will be able to help work all of our clients through the best ways to navigate these new rules.
So something that people thought had the shiny new car smell was to do student loans, to do match to that.
Right.
Does it really have the shiny new car smell? Or was there always provisions that we could have done this? So do you have to wait for the new car, or can you do it right now?
You can do it right now. And what Catherine's talking about is in 2024, they have codified a concept inside Secure 2.0 where employers can help their employees who are burdened with student loan payments and are not able to make deferral contributions to the company retirement plan and therefore are not getting matching contributions. Those employers under the new law in 2024 can match those student loan payments.
But if you want to do it now, there's a way.
There is a way. The way we write almost all of our 401k plan documents can let an employer do the exact same thing as the student loan match concept. And the best part is, if you're an employer and you haven't filed your taxes yet for 2022, you can still do this for 2022. You don't have to wait for 2024. We think we've got a pretty good workaround.
Yep. Is ketchup going away soon?
Hopefully not. Okay, what Catherine is alluding to is the fact that there's a lot of provisions inside Secure 2.0 that reference catch-up in future years. Like in a future year, if you make too much money, it's going to have to be Roth. And in future years, when you're within a certain age bracket, you get an even larger catch-up. But what's wrong with the law?
They did a big oopsie.
They did a big oopsie.
They forgot a paragraph.
She's not kidding, okay?
No.
When they were copy and pasting two separate bills together.
Didn't your high school English teacher tell you not to copy and paste?
For the president to sign, they literally missed a paragraph. At least that's how I understand it. The expectation and the hope is that, yeah, we're not going to worry about it. They're going to fix it before 12/31 because there's so many other rules inside Secure 2.0 that point to a catch-up. We're expecting it to come back to life again next year. What's the phrase I keep screwing up?
Which one?
Thanks, dear.
Long-term part-time employees.
Right, I know. I keep saying something else. When does this come into effect?
Next year,
2024. When do we start keeping track of employees for this?
Forever.
No, 2021.
Yeah,
we only have to go back to 2021 to have a look to see if they're going to be in the plan. It's going to be different rules for 2025. You're only looking at, it's in 2025, I know that's only 1 year after 2024, okay? It starts with a 2-year period, so then if somebody is not in the plan as a long-term part-time employee for 2024, for 2025, you go back and look at 2023 and 2024. Obviously, continuing to go forward.
Once again, a good reason to call sales@hunterbenefits.com to help you keep track of calendar math.
And there's a better way to get in touch with me, and that's to email me at sales@hunterbenefits.com. You can call me at sales@hunterbenefits.com all you want. I ain't gonna answer though, okay? One of these days, lady, one of these days. No. Are the catch-up rules going to change?
Not in Chicago.
Sorry, for those of you outside Chicago, that's a hot dog reference. Okay, there are two rule changes coming down the pike for catch-up, and we're not talking about the one where it makes catch-up go away. Okay, if you make over a certain dollar amount in the prior year, it's going to have to be a Roth contribution. Okay, the other one is that starting in 2025. For people born in 1965 and later, they're going to be able to make an even larger catch-up contribution, but it's only for the 4 years when they're 60, 61, 62, and 63. Okay, when you hit 64, you go back down to whatever the normal catch-up amount is for that year. All right. Do you have to have automatic enrollment in your 401k plan today?
No.
No. Well, why is that?
Because the law is not in effect yet.
Right.
We're a plan that's been established for a while.
Our 401k plan has been around for a while, so we're not going to be under this part of Secure 2.0. But if somebody has started a plan December 29th, 2022 or later, I should say started the 401k component of a plan that date or later, by 2025, they will have to have automatic enrollment with automatic increase in it. What's automatic increase?
It means you have an equation where every year you go up some.
1%.
Though you can get around that by just going straight up, put the pedal to the metal and do 10%.
Well, it's not so much going around it as the
fulfilling it.
Yes, fulfilling the requirement. But auto increase means that if somebody is auto enrolled, it goes up 1%. Now,
is that per year? And is it
1% per year?
And you have to do it 12 months after you did the last one?
You can have it. You can have it be January 1st for everybody.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be on the person's anniversary date because that would drive payroll nuts. You can have it happen once a year.
Okay.
So auto increase goes up 1% a year until it reaches in this statute 10%. Now, what Catherine was alluding to is if you start your auto enrollment amount at 10%. Which is legal, completely legal, then you don't have to worry about auto increase because you're already at 10%.
So if you do 10% auto enrollment, can the employer say, I want to go down to 5?
Yes. The employee can, it's not mandatory enrollment. The employee can say, I want to do 0%. And then.
But they can say a lesser amount.
They can say a lesser amount or a greater amount. Because as soon as an employee actively chooses a percent or a dollar amount to come out of their paycheck, they are no longer automatically enrolled. They are actively enrolled and they have different rules. Once an employee makes an active election, they are no longer automatically enrolled. Okay?
So this is a case of being active is more in control of what happens to you.
Exactly. Okay. And of course, now then, for the plans to start in 2025 or later, they are going to have to start with automatic enrollment and automatic increase. There is no required employer contribution, but if you have a 401k plan right now and you don't have automatic enrollment, what do they get, Catherine? $500 tax credit.
Right.
Yeah.
To put it in.
To add it. Yeah.
To add it. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm just. I was seeing the stars. Yeah. So many possibilities.
Yes, there are.
So many possibilities.
This by no means is all of the provisions. There's a lot more. We're going to be adding to them. We'll be updating this video as guidance comes out, as best practices come out. So continue to watch our YouTube channel. Continue to pay attention to our website. We are going to be providing you with information as soon as we can. Please, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, the normal stuff. To get in touch with me and ask me a very specific question, it's sales@hunterbenefits.com. I'm looking forward to having this conversation with you later. Take care.